I'm going to just turn this up a little bit. Good morning. Welcome to Parish Park in Orleans for our Ocean Debris is a Whale of a Problem art installation opening event. My name is Ben Hughes from the Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce. I'm here with Brandy Jackson of Nauset Regional Middle School, Joanna Keeley of the Orleans Cultural Council, and this is a year-long project that has culminated today with an art installation based off of last year's install of a steel whale sculpture on Cove Road. I'm going to give it over to Brandy Jackson to explain how this process of the students creating art really transformed from what we originally thought into what it is today. Yeah, Brandy.
Hi. Oh, I'm going to move away from that. Ouch. Hi, I'm Brandy Jackson. I am the technology teacher here at Nauset Regional Middle School. It's right around the corner. So we really wanted to learn 3D printing. We read about it a lot. We're like, we want to learn 3D printing. So we started thinking, how can we connect 3D printing to our local area? And the kids were like, well, you know, ocean debris are kind of a problem. What if we made skeletons of fish and porpoise and turtles, and we go on beach walks and we put them in the skeletons we made, and now it's a piece of art. And I'm like, oh my God, that's a great idea. So, like all people with great ideas, I had to have someone to pay for it. So we wrote a couple grants, and we won a couple grants, and then we got 3D printers brought into the school, which was awesome. But it was an idea. And once we got the 3D printers in, we learned something. You might notice there are absolutely zero 3D printed fish or turtle skeletons. It is because unless we bought about a $50,000 3D printer, we were not going to be capable of creating a 3D printed fish skeleton. It did not work. And the more we were trying to do it, and every innovation we did, we were just creating more and more plastic that could not be recycled because it doesn't have a number on it because you just melted it. So the kids decided that they were going to learn how can you recycle plastic. Like there has to be a way to do this. There has to be a way. And kids started looking and researching, and they found this little robot thing called a Philibot. You can see it inside the other room. And the Philibot actually eats up plastic and turns it into the plastic ream that creates 3D printed filaments, which was great. But we still needed to actually fulfill our requirement of doing a giant art installation. So then we decided, okay, well, how else can we do this? And we found out that there's a different machine that does digital fabrication. It's called a laser cutter. So we learned all of our software, we learned all about ocean debris, and each of the kids created different ocean animals and different ocean scenes. And they went up to this place in Boston and actually laser cut all of their art scenes. And they came, and you'll see throughout the art installation, it goes across and down and around the back, the different laser cut scenes that they created. But that was all art. It was really pretty. And they wanted to really show how gross ocean debris is. So I talked to Miss Erica Dewey in the back, playing with her gorgeous son. I'm like, hey, can you do me a favor? I need a walrus, or, you know, like some kind of animal, anything. And she's like, I can make a dolphin. I'm like, okay, cool. So she worked with the 6th grade students, and they created the dolphin you'll see in the back. And Coastal Studies helped us out, and we did some, gathered the beach debris that you'll see there. This was actually from only 2 days, so that's kind of sad. And filled up this dolphin here. If you go in the back, you can see our mulch beach that is symbolic of what you see when you go out on a polluted beach. And all of that was gathered in one day. One day they gathered it, including the beautiful trash can that's painted there. It might be beautiful now, but it's pretty gross when you pull it out of a beach. And we painted it, showcasing that it came out of the Truro waters, and the artist is standing right there. She worked with a couple students and helped finish that. And it's truly a beautiful piece made out of something pretty awful. So next year, we got the Philibot, and we are going to be working with Coastal Studies again. And the 5 Gyre Institute is coming, and we are going to continue our study with ocean debris and actually pick up plastic and recycle it into usable objects. But our main study for next year is not going to be ocean debris. Our main study for next year is going to be native plantings and how native plants are really important in rebuilding the food web that is kind of at risk right now. It's really a problem with our pollinators. And we're going to be creating some informational materials, planting native plants, and then creating little signages using plastic we pull out of the ocean to show what native plants are and how they improve our environment. And all of the stained glass art you see, it might be pretty, but it's not so pretty when you think about the water bottles that went into creating that. Every single water bottle is a piece that we pull out of trash or out of a recycle bin that was on the ground. It was next to the recycle bin, but not actually in the bin. And they're all over the place. And there's so much instructional information the kids created for you. I really hope you take the time to look at it and to read it, because they've done a lot of work to really showcase it. They're not here right now because they just came back from DC last night and they got in super early in the morning, and they'll be here later after they sleep. So thank you for all of your support. I'm really grateful to the Chamber and to the art community and to local community members that support our Donors Choose projects, because this stuff, while it's amazing, it's not cheap. And it really takes an investment to bring these kind of activities with our kids. And we're just grateful for your support of our middle school. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Randy. We, of course, at the Cape Cod Chamber are really excited about the fact that we're educating the public about taking their trash with them. And not only the fact that this is something that's created by the local students, but as part of our creative placemaking project, we know those students are looking at their town, seeing public art that they created, and feeling better about their towns, and feeling a sense of ownership around them. The same with native planting. If you can understand the environment around you and plant natively, something that's sustainable in your area, you have a greater pride in your own area that you live in, and that's the entire emphasis of this project. Funding for the project came from the Mass Cultural Council as well as the Orleans Cultural Council, and that's a lovely segue that I can give to Joanna Keeley from the Orleans Cultural Council, and she'll talk about all the partnerships that we have.
Right, thanks. I just want to say that projects like this are really huge, but nothing happens without a grant or two. And I have to compliment Brandy. She's the grant finder master of all. So using simple little grants, the Orleans Cultural Council started out with a grant, and I just sort of went to a meeting to find out, well, how is this being used? And got sucked into her vortex. So here we are. I said, this is way too good to keep inside the school walls. So we need to bring it to Main Street. So the courtesy of the Orleans Community Partnership that rents this building from the town to provide an opportunity for artists and all different kinds of people to have a presence in the community. The second thing is to thank the Board of Selectmen and all of you residents, because you approved extra funding for the Orleans Culture Council. It's a small amount, but it gives us seed money that we can partner with programs like this. So I think this program represents so many groups, both in the town, in the school, in the community, that it is an example of how we really would like our world to be, a world of collaboration and cooperation. And so I noticed and have talked to Alan McClellan, who is former chairman of our Board of Selectmen, and they really do have the arts and the growth of the community in mind. And Alan is a sailor and walks the beach, and I want to introduce Alan because he's the other part of what makes Orleans a great community.
Thank you, Joanna. Don't forget your link. So I have the honor of being on the Board of Selectmen, and I'm the liaison for the Cultural Council. And I've also been involved with the Community Development Partnership. I was a founding member of that. And what we're trying to do is create activity on Main Street in Orleans. And some of you are so young that you probably forget that in 1925, this was the first central fire station in Orleans. So it was an activity center. And then it morphed through a number of other uses, and the building was actually forgotten for a while and closed down. But the Community Partnership and the Cultural Council and others have figured out a way to make this an activity center. So here we are in the middle of June in 2016, and we have an incredible event going on here all day long. And I want to thank the teachers and the creators and the rest of the students when they get here for reminding us that what we throw away can be reused, and we shouldn't throw it away anyways. And I will also close by saying that I walk for an hour on a beach in Orleans every single day, and no matter what I find, I pick up and I bring home. I either put it on the deck or the dock of the owner, or I put it in my pocket and bring it home and recycle it. So I know that beach is incredibly clean, and I think it's a reminder to others, if you don't see trash on a beach, you won't throw trash on a beach. And I will say that the end of my walk ends up in a parking lot, which is a nice place to go, I think, late at night. And I can tell if there's been activity there because the bottles and cans have been left. And I pick them up, and I stand in pretty good stead of not getting more of them there very often because people see it as a clean parking lot. So just in closing, it was a little over a year ago that we were talking about whales, which is one of our largest, most natural beasts. And we have the whale on the other side of this walk, and we have the opportunity to walk from a natural whale through a lot of plastic, recycled McLennan signs, by the way, and there are plenty more if you want them for any projects.
We'd love them.
And I want to congratulate you all for doing what you've done and keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan, so much. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. We want you to enjoy every part of it, front to back. Head all the way back to the steel whale that you can see, the whale installed last year, created by Sid Ahlstrom. There's a trash-talking timeline where you can guess how long it takes for items of debris to break down. You can see our beach, paper mache debris that's created as well, and all of the chalk art that you can take part in. Thank you so much for coming.